From the Allen Media Worldwide Headquarters Studios high atop 2 Turtle Creek, this, once again, is Deconstructing Dallas. Greetings, everyone. This is your host, Ryan Trimble, coming to you here from the Worldwide Headquarters Studios, joined once again, as always, by the Polynesian-inspired shirt-wearing Shawn Williams. Shawn, good day, sir.
Good day, man. I was not sure if you'd be able to remember, because it's been so long, what the intro even is. And so, number one, I'm impressed that you were able to get that together, as well as since we are coming right off of a holiday. I mean, you are already on your A game.
I don't know if you left your holiday. You still got your Hawaiian shirt on. It looks good, though. I love that shirt.
I wanted to continue to stay in the theme, because I did have a good, restful, relaxing holiday, Labor Day, and I know you guys made it to the football game out of Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah, we did. My blushing bride, Lauren Auburn Trimble, literally her middle name is Auburn. Auburn took on Oregon in the Advocare Classic. That's the first game of the season at Jerry World, because just like Deconstructing Dallas, Jerry World needs programming. So
it's all about content.
It is all about content. So we went out. We made it through the first half. We took the kids, Shawn. Oh, by the way, everybody, I had a kid over the summer since we podcasted last.
Yeah, I definitely had that on big updates or big happenings since our last podcast.
Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have a new kiddo.
Congratulations, then.
Thank you.
I will say that now.
Thank you. Tate Trimble, Tate Ryan Trimble, is our newest listener. So, like it or not, Tate, you'll probably have to listen to this sometime. So, we took the kids out, though, went with the in-laws and took in the Auburn v. Oregon football game. And we had a great time, Shawn. We left in the early third quarter and saw Oregon basically, beat on Auburn for most of the game. And then when we got home, Auburn turned things around and somehow found a way to win.
Well, it was good having football back on TV. On Thursday, the Aggies got kicked off with Texas State. We've got a much bigger test coming up this coming weekend at Clemson, which, as you and I were talking about, the Hurricane is headed that way. So we'll see what changes may have to be made to that game. But a lot of good football, not a lot of great football. The game you saw was the only one between 2 top 25 rated teams. But I watched a lot of women's tennis over the weekend. Got my full fair share of Coco Gauff and Taylor Townsend. It's a good weekend for for American women at the U.S. Open. And I did put on my during our time in meditation today, we talked a lot about, looking forward and making goals. And for me, for next year, I plan to be at the U.S. Open.
I love it.
That is, I'm saying it here now.
Sports bucket list.
Speaking it into the universe, because that is what I wanted. And I've always worried about what happens when Venus and Serena retire, and will I want to go to the U.S. Open, and who will there be to go see? But now with all these women, Madison Keys, Sloane Stephens. Osaka's awesome. She was good. The interview that she did with Coco Gauff afterwards, that's like the definition of leadership and inspiration. So, so a lot of U.S. Open for me during the weekend.
I love sports bucket list items. That's fun.
Yeah. So now we should talk about other things that have been going on. There's been so much in the 2 months since we have produced a podcast.
Yeah, Shawn, our client, we talk a lot about our client Walmart on the show, and tip of the cap to Walmart. Both you and I got the opportunity to be on the ground in El Paso following the tragic shootings at the Walmart there in the great city of El Paso. It was quite an experience. I was there, I believe it was the early Tuesday after the shooting through Thursday, and you got to go Saturday for part of the Associates Memorial. So we both got to experience two different things in response to the shooting. Got to work with some great professionals, and just hats off to the Walmart team. It was really just an incredible experience to be out there.
Yeah, I know you also spent time there right as the memorial. You were there basically as the memorial started. By the time I got there, the memorial stretched for what seemed to be like at least a quarter mile, in remembrance to those who lost their lives there at the Walmart. But what we got to see and what you got to see, and we talked to associates who were there in the store and who were herding people out of the store, shepherding people. They went into the protocol that they had in place for what happens if an active shooter comes onto the property, into the store, and it's something that you hope that you never have to do. But the associates and the store manager there all did exactly what they were supposed to do and helped to try to stop any more lives from being lost than the too many that were already taken. Yeah,
we get to do a lot of cool things in our job, but I got to spend one full day with the store manager, Robert Evans, the store manager from the Walmart that was attacked by the gunman, and he was out front as the gunman was coming in, and instead of running, he turned back around, went into the store to make sure everybody was out. I mean, this guy, the phrase, some heroes don't wear capes, I think it's overused, but this guy was truly a hero, really an incredible story. And, when we were talking off air, he had multiple interviews that we were staffing him, but he said, I'm not going to let this guy take away my store and my associates and my future, and we're going to rebuild and we're going to reopen the store. And so just an incredible experience to be out there in El Paso.
Well, Walmart was in the news today because Doug McMillan, he listed out some items to associates that is now part of the news of some changes that Walmart plans to make to the way they do business as it relates to firearms. And I think the three things that stood out based on the communication he made was they will discontinue the sales of short barrel rifle ammunitions. They will also discontinue handgun ammunitions, and Walmart will discontinue handgun sales in Alaska, which is the only market I believe that they are currently selling handguns.
That's correct.
And so there will be no more handguns also being sold at Walmart. So, hats off to Walmart for taking a leadership in this arena. They had already made a number of changes as it related to how they sold firearms, but now they are taking it even further, and they are also demanding that Congress take action as well. So, again, a tragic situation in El Paso, but as we both saw there, the people of El Paso are committed to making sure that they continue to be strong. And it's one of the best cities in America. I mean, people there,
quiet
hardworking
town,
people, quiet, friendly people there. And so a tragedy there, but they are committed to moving forward.
Well, I'm glad we both got to be on the ground there and see that. We also, more recently, on a more positive note, we got to be on the ground for the opening of the new UNT Dallas Student Center.
Yeah, that was fun and a great addition to the campus, a beautiful building for our city. The University of North Texas at Dallas did open their 131,000 square foot student center, and it was a live event. It was happening. It was music. They were pressing license plates. They were doing caricatures. Starbucks, who was going to have a full store on campus, was giving away samples. So it was awesome. We had a great time.
It looked like you enjoyed your mini frappuccino.
I love a good frappuccino, and so even though it was mini, I would have loved to have the real deal. But the great thing is, Starbucks will be on campus, and we can go and have a meeting at UNT Dallas and get our Starbucks on. So, and the other great thing is UNT Dallas just passed now over 4,100 students who are part of the campus. So they are growing exponentially, and we saw State Senator Royce West there. I got to chat with former state representative Helen Giddings for a moment. Representative Carl Sherman was there. So it was a really exciting day. It was a hot day that day. It was really hot that day. It was a 100-degree day. But a lot of great places in the student center to read and duck off and have a good study session, maybe take a nap, whatever you need to do.
That's right. Well, don't they say the student center is the heartbeat of the university, the heart of the university, something like that. It was vibrant, whatever. I mean, it was a lot of action going on down there. I know that place is going to get used. And
it was a wonderful, the banquet hall, basically, that we were in where they did the press conference was great. A 5,400 square foot, I think they call it campus hall. So vibrant is definitely what I think we saw that day.
Absolutely. Shawn, last one, you've been working on a really fun project with our friend Richie Butler. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Project Unity had their Together We Ball game at PC Cobb Fieldhouse a couple weeks ago, and it was a great event. It's their fifth one, where they have members of the community, pastors, and police officers all playing together in a basketball game. When it first started, it was kind of a police versus pastors game, but now everybody's integrated on one team. They have police officers from Dallas Police, from Dart Police, DPD. We had, I remember, I think we saw Miguel Solis out there hooping from DISD. Justin Henry, also from DISD, was there. And so a lot of members of the community who were there, and Sheriff Brown was the only person to make a free throw. They had like a celebrity free throw shooting contest, and Sheriff Brown was the only person out of like 20 to make her.
She's into fundamentals.
Shot. But then I saw in a news clip that she offered the opening prayer for the event, so maybe she might have had a little divine intervention for that. But it was a fun event, and Project Unity and Pastor Butler are looking to, bring together people from different races, different faiths, to have constructive conversations and talk more about how we can bridge the racial divide in the city, but also how police and the community can interact better, so the kids and adults can have more positive interactions with law enforcement.
Yeah, that's great stuff. Well, Shawn, you also took the lead on recording this episode with our guest today.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to have a sit down with Christina Geyer, and she is the editor of Paper City Magazine. She, as so many of our guests, is a Mustang also from SMU. Right. So I, worked a lot when I had Dallas South News with the journalism department at SMU, and Christina came through that department at a time when fashion reporting was really starting to take off. And so we talk a little bit about that in the episode and in the interview, as well as talking to her about how they are able to continue to have a publication that is printed in an atmosphere when a lot of organizations are ceasing their print publications, but they continue to thrive. So after we get done here for a quick break, I'll have a chance to talk to Christina.
What is it? What's the line from The Office? Your paper provider in an increasingly paperless world? Anyway, we're glad.
Any Office reference is a good reference. I'm right. Down.
That's right. Well, we're grateful for Christina. Thank you. I'm grateful for you taking the lead on this one. So stick with us. We'll be right back with our interview with Christina Geyer. This is Deconstructing Dallas.
Pony fans, it's football season again, and SMU head coach Sonny Dykes has the Mustang football team ready to rumble this season. You won't want to miss any of the action on the Hilltop this fall, and with season ticket packages starting at just $79, there's no excuse. With exciting players like senior wide receiver James Prochet and quarterback Shane Buechele leading the Stampede, it's sure to be a big year. Do yourself a favor. Call my guys in the SMU ticket office at 214-SMU-GAME. That's 214-768-4263. Or visit www.smumustangs.com today and lock in your season tickets like I did. My guy David Silverstone will be waiting for your call. So what are you waiting for? Dial 214-SMU-GAME and pony up.